Book of Belief, chapter number 2, hadith number 7. Narrated by Ibn Umar Radiyallahu Ta'ala anhu, that Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu that Islam is based on 5 pillars, and that is Tawheed, Salah, Zakat, Hajj and Saum. First pillar is Tawheed. Tawheed is generally translated into English as monotheism. Monotheism, according to Oxford Dictionary, means to believe that there is only one God. But Tawheed merely doesn't mean monotheism. But Tawheed is fulfilled only after applying 3 basic categories, and that is Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, Tawheed al-Asma wa Sifat, and Tawheed al-Ibadah. Tawheed al-Rububiyyah is derived from the root word Rabb, meaning cherisher or sustainer. As such, Tawheed al-Rububiyyah means to believe and to proclaim that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone is the originator of all creation. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only cherisher and sustainer of all the world. Tawheed al-Asma wa Sifat is derived from the root words Ism, meaning name, and Asma is its plural form, meaning names, and Sifat, meaning attribute, and Sifat is its plural form, meaning attributes. As such, Tawheed al-Asma wa Sifat means to believe and to proclaim that all the most beautiful names and all the most beautiful attributes belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. That He is al-Rahman, He is al-Rahim, He is al-Muhimeen, He is al-Salam, He is al-Jabbar, He is al-Hafiz, He is al-Aziz, most gracious, most merciful, protector, and on and on. Tawheed or al-Asma wa Sifat. Allah can be given any human, any name that Allah Himself or Prophet Muhammad has referred to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with. Allah can be given any human attribute. Allah, we can't say that Allah sleeps, Allah eats, Allah drinks, Allah rests. We can say sleeping, drinking, eating, resting, all these are human attributes. Allah's attributes can't be given to any human being or any creation of Allah. We can't say He is without a beginning and without an end. Nobody is referred as without a beginning, without an end. And it is compulsory for every human being to believe that Allah doesn't exist everywhere. Instead, He is on the Arsh, supreme throne, as mentioned in glorious Quran, in Surah Taha, Surah number 20, ayat number 5, in Surah Furqan, Surah number 25, ayat number 59, in Surah Hadid, Surah number 57, ayat number 4. He says, but He is close to the creation through His knowledge. Allah is close to the creation through His knowledge. Tawheed al-Ibadah is derived from the root word abd, meaning serving or worshipping, service or doing service to. As such, Tawheed al-Ibadah means to believe and to proclaim that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to service, that means to serving or worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibadah means serving Allah, worshipping Allah. In Islam, can't be confined to only 5 times salah. If you obey your parents, then you are doing ibadah, worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah himself mentioned in glorious Quran to obey parents. If you disobey parents, when the parents command the person things that are against the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or benefiting the religion of Islam, then also you are doing ibadah, worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you obey Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then also you are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Abstaining from intoxicate like beer, whiskey, rum, champagne, drugs, from gambling, from fortune telling, from bribe, from adultery. You are doing ibadah, worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alcohol, intoxicate, is prohibited in glorious Quran. In Surah Maida, Surah number 5, ayat number 90, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, innamal qamru wal maisuru, wal ansabu, wal azlamu, rijsun min amri shaitan, fastanibuhu, la'allakum tuflihun. O you who believe, O Muslims, intoxicants and gambling, sacrificing to stones, divination by arrows, are an abomination of Satan's handiwork. Eschew such abomination that you may prosper. And alcohol is also prohibited in Manusmriti, chapter number 7, verse number 50. The person who drinks, the person who gambles, the person who indulges in a woman and hunting, all of them are major sinners. And gambling is prohibited in Manusmriti, chapter number 7, verse number 47. In Manusmriti, chapter number 9, verse number 221 to 228. And fortune telling is prohibited in Manusmriti, chapter number 9, verse number 258. That all those who do fortune telling, they are doing a sin. And verse number 262 says, the king should punish them according to similitude of crime. And bribe is prohibited in Manusmriti, chapter number 9, verse number 258. All those who do fraud, all those who deal in bribe, all of them are major sinners. And interest is prohibited in glorious Quran.